给受辱者。太阳浇筑好了眼前的光明世界，看样子足够和平。所有低头沉默的，都是爆破内心和脑子的行动者。这种列队受阅如同葬礼般的仪式，一刻不停地给存在增添无用的意义。光明世界，还有什么是你统治不到的？日头依然炽烈，波折着恍惚的白光。阿波罗，你图具光明，但预言是一层玻璃，一只手把持另一只抓起命运的纸牌。时代之物总赋予人更多的看见，什么都应该被看见，无论以什么方式。周遭已经充满了巨石包围下的石像，谁能辨认出它愈加清晰的禽兽轮廓？现实像一只虚弱的动物，在书包里被捶打，血淋淋的拳头对称着满嘴诡辩的善言，像吃下垃圾一样，为了那即刻的饱腹。一切都他妈够了，够了！闭上你的嘴，我要连着你的拳头和垃圾一起填饱我的胃口，吃掉洋洋得意、装腔作势、胡说八道，吃掉在美好的旋律中展开的陈词滥调，吃掉流行于一切媒介上的睁眼说瞎话的谎言，吃掉赖以为生的代名词、话术、语言，吃掉做陷阱的绳子、铁夹、铐锁、糖与蜜，吃掉敲门、警告、威胁乃至通缉，吃掉光明正大与否的攻击、迫害、诬陷，吃掉恐惧、慌张、绝望、精神失常，让血淋淋的拳头一去无回的搏打血淋淋的胃。
Peach, 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 and a pickle in the car. Michael Mass, rah, rah, rah. Wichita, Wichita, what'd you want to do? They try to find a reason while they ride the kangaroo. With the teeny girl falling in between. And Heidegger and Husserl hide the magazine. With the Chickasaw, Japanese sword. You got a chicken with the Choctaw writing on the board. And a ballyhoo, babbling away like an ocelot that talks a lot to Mr. Mallarmé. And a mop along, pop along, how'd you like me now? We're going to the Gamalana Mama, don't allow. With the nicotine, nip it in the bud. Nana first and Nana second, Nana fuck a third. With the Nana got now, pair never going ham. We are hogging all the topping out and talking on the phone like a lee and a Deuteronomy. We are doing unto others what they're doing unto me. Like a cheek ready on the set. Relegate the television to the bassinet. Marmoset and marmalade or martyr in the dude. Oh, how are we going to execute without exactitude? Oh, troubadour, Truman on the air with a Cuban ticket so that you could tell he doesn't care. Like a matriarch making up the rules. We are messing with Vanessa in the fountains and the pools. Port and starboard have and harbor have as many men before. Did you make it, or did you have to come ashore? Row, romanically, and Roma turning 10. Her mama singing Rondelay was singing once again with a big peach, and a pickle in the car. Michael Mass, rah, rah, rah.
吃完最后一颗杨梅，6月就过去了。肉吐在湖的四周垮塌，释出未来信号。甜酸记忆终将改写，如此道别。我依然爱你，流水中的臃肿与苍老。踏上那片你开始征费的海滩，看过的桃花谢了，开出人头。星风淡在5星酒店巍峨的身体前。行走在小岛的人曾看见过你的白眼睛，挂在树上，嵌在天边。那是你想烧死矫饰的裙摆，泥泞的雨鞋，后来变成树枝、礁石，深邃的大海，乱爬的螃蟹。我看见海神焦灼，向赫拉求情，神奇中谁也无法与你对抗。火神赫法伊斯托斯，你赢了。我看见塑料与土地牢牢粘黏，我看见艺术家的画被海浪冲走了。我知道有船，而你不与我渡海。8000个椰子能捕捉到什么？白色绳索坠下山谷，失修的教堂被众人推倒，黑体小羊失足，看夕阳的影子背后便是他的尸骸。海滩变作殷红色暗须，杨梅酿晒脱落的肉土，会成为罐头或酒。往事，我脚踩一粒一粒浑圆的硬核，独自于落潮时离开6月。
Plate by Huang Fan. Plates aren't interested in human obsessions. They don't care where the exit is. No one knows how many paths there are across a plate. It's as flat as a stage, waiting for dressed-up candy to perform. The sky above a plate is made of cloud-like human faces, from which chopsticks hope to draw down a ladder of promises. And a plate is a reclining headstone, summing up food's life with a floral epitaph. It wants to say, this was a plaza where soup spoons played music. Now it's covered in mutilated flesh. This was a mirror for chopsticks in knee socks. Now it's an animal morgue. Oh, who cares what plates want? A plate would rather own a sprawling wasteland than prosper off of corpses.
大家好，我是诗人黄凡。今天我很高兴为大家朗诵一首我的诗歌《词汇表》。词汇表云：有关于这个世界的所有说法，曾囤积着这个世界的所有麻烦。爱情体现出月亮的所有性情，警察带走了某个月份的阴沉表情，道德中年时不堪回首的公理，从他可以推导出妻子、劳役和笑容。诗歌，诗人一生都在修缮的一座公墓，灰尘只要不停搅动，没准儿就会有好运。孤独，所有声音听上去都像一只受伤的鸟鸣。自由，劳役之后你无所适从的空虚。门打开了，还有什么可保险的？满足，当没有什么属于你，就不会得失受苦了。刀子，人与人对话最简洁的方式。发现，不过说出古人心中的难言之隐。方言，从诗人脑海里飘过的一些不生育的云。好，谢谢大家。
For Osip Mandelstam. By shade of palm slash and by blood drying on the wind, illusion and I parted ways. I went to the dogs barking like women in the street. I touched them, drank from them. They did not notice me.
诗人，作者曹周鹏。我摘下诗人的头，放在双膝上。我杀了一个诗人，抢走了他的诗。我听诗人说，诗歌是咳出来的。我还听诗人说，要咳出血来。我的内心充满肿瘤。我以为我的肺部溃烂，我以为我的喉咙脓肿，我以为我要文思泉涌，我以为我要血流如注。可惜我没有。我听说诗歌是自由的。我张开双臂，飞出窗外，看见了万家灯火，看见了车水马龙，看见了无数摔死的尸体。我听说诗歌是奴役的。我在地上画一个龙字，站在里面，低下头，看见自己松了的鞋带。我踮起脚尖，眺望大海。我没去过远方，我没写过诗。揉碎了几张纸，转了几个圈。我蹲在地上，呜呜哭了起来。哭到天晚了，夜深了，我的喉咙里有一口带血的痰。我咽下去，它涌上来，憋不住，咳出来，砸在地面上。我用脚偷偷碾碎，抹匀，犹如碾碎一朵花，犹如抹匀一个梦。
You throw the milk away? 他出门前这样叮嘱道。终于有一种事物，与渗入私宅的噪音一样，烂在了主人日益明亮的恐惧里。咻！随后是关门与闭门之间试图将一切外来者碾成白纸的脚步。这样的白纸或许已是冷漠的旁观者，或接近透明的受侵犯者，一如牛奶中被凝固的能力疯狂打压的气泡。既然最终都要粉碎，那么凝固又算得了什么？ The end of toil should be the beginning of happiness. 这次是远走，被腐烂驱逐的生活，流言在所难免。It's chucking it down outside. Oh, I didn't expect the rain to arrive so soon. 声音中敞开的恶臭是轻盈的，无法再容下任何裂痕的牺牲。可这雨究竟又是怎样的呢？穿帘至地，脚步略急，或许还能为大脑注入些许平静。忧郁绽放的紫。Then the light wakes and shoots all hopes into still water. 但愿所有刺耳且无法妥协的相遇，都能迅速走向死亡的开始。Death is a fly.
The lamp of life, the inseparably composed, sweet and vivid energies of mind and imagination will be lost among bones. Reader, is life a pickpocket? Is it a temple for or the apex of struggling? Is vitality art? What is between the living and the dead? A little door? A terminal? A hair's breadth of anything? Reader, readers vanish. Every reader is thus only a dream of the reader. Think of the 11th century. Imagine a Byzantine stranger. Imagine the fearlessness of medieval children. Heartless, they had to love everything. We read poetry, but people change. Look, there's a memory. It is lifeless. Perhaps the question to ask is this: while living, how much of the world vanishes away?
Hi, I am S. Preston Duncan, and this is called Fish. By lunch, the landing is cleared of paleness, suspended between trees like a nap of hammocks. Silhouettes speak Spanish on the dock. I catch the word alma while they are casting out. An osprey breaks water, pulls a rope of wet embers across the open shout. From above, their skin is a language of mud-sunk colonies. The surface erupting with voices.
Rewritten City. I miss the places that are gone now. Smoky, sweaty air, grates that shake, and sloping tunnels that smell like fresh earth. But as the bulldozer rips them away, at least now the wounds can cauterize. Far worse are the places that remain unchanged, as the city folds and flips instead of ripping, upending your perspective, though the materials remain. Sidewalks and doors, bras that drip from the ceiling, a painted demon who pukes red wine, a very exclusive bathroom shelf, and the chalky drywall that once smeared our clothes. They look exactly the same. These mummified sets now hold no players, or worse, new ones, traipsing callously through your most haunted spots. Preserved halls that meant one thing now mean nothing, as the city turns its page on you.
So you rewrite it, your story, on the starchy new page. Rewrite the limbs on the dance floor, the menagerie of smokers by the door, the kneeling people in the bathroom stall, the long chats by unsubtle candlelight. Erase a few faces and draw in the new, as the book spine wrinkles from vigorous reuse. In the erasing, the eviction, the exorcism gets less complete every time. How many times can you reuse a place? A bar, a street corner, a hidden upstairs room, a bed, before it has no new memories left to give you. Just a chaotic mess of the old ones, laid on syrupy and thick. So you reshuffle the pieces, braid the bones into mismatched sets. They clink and twitch and fit together under the dark power of your scribbling hand, but not into anything whole.
两次河流交替穿过我，消磨泥沙，升起白雾，或向远处起伏。我常常忽略它们的有限和透明，双路之外来回摇动，蜻蜓的长翼，一边也向另一边，光泽令人困惑，纹路自圆其说。两个城市都有河流经过，奔腾向前，绝不回头。
Hi, I'm Matt Schroeder, and this poem is Return to Sender. Return to Sender, this feeling without a name or a home, having cast the last stone lazily will get you nothing other than cast out into the wilderness where even the figs will vomit the wasps that gave themselves. Find a lake and examine the reflection you've named beloved above all else. Are we all anything other than addressless, or do I mold this clay in too oblong a shape, staining my hands with earth blood that surely should have been left alone? A lesson learned and relearned until something has flowered, been plucked, forced into hot water, held in the belly long enough to calm the senses, to print an address we can no longer tongue through sunshine teeth, and a hole the size of the moon that takes and takes but never fills.
To Capture a Butterfly, with an epigraph by Walt Whitman. How I heard you flap and rustle, cloth defiant, flag cerulean, sunny flag, with the orbs of night dappled. This is how, when you floated by, I inhaled the second and heard each quiver of air you rose from, with each soft flap to a gentle bend of stem, and hover like held breath, not a rustle. Then fold up like batik, cloth so light, so defiant. You moved from razor blade to flag, cutting like cerulean brightness to overpower the sunny glaze about you, a flag to declare your fragile independence with, among uncracked buds, you. The aspiration of stamen and pistil, your orbs the synthesis of spectrums drowning in night, aperture clutching a moment, dappled.